Okay, One Piece chapter 886, and you have the floor, guys.
Okay,
Woo! Hope
start
everyone's
off
having a good
immediately.
day with One Piece.
No fumbly fucking around here. Let's talk Sanji and his kick.
Let's talk
That
Sanji.
his fucking women respecting kick. No, see. So anyway, what I was mentioning before we started recording, which I will re-mention now, was that like he there's the page where Shifton gets punched, and I assumed, knowing Sanji, that immediately he would kick, because I know Sanji. Yes, I know he's trying to be sneaky right now, but Sanji gets triggered when women are hit, understandably so. There are plenty of examples in the past of the series where he will immediately be like, "You fucking touched a woman, here I come, baby." That's his thing.
Well, the thing is about that is, though, that I understand where you're coming from, but at the same time, we've seen. I don't think Sanji goes to that point because he knows certain women can take care of themselves.
Right.
Like in the sense of like he's fought a lot of strong women. Like even back in his lobby, he fought somebody who
Khalifa.
Yeah, who was pretty strong. So I mean, I don't.
But he refused to fight back because
yeah.
That's
So
some character development I'd love to see for him. Like, Thurman, is it just me? Do you or do you not want to see a scene where Sanji's put in a position where he either hits a woman or one of his crewmates die?
I think that'd be interesting.
That'd be fucking amazing. Think about it. What if one of their main bad guys, like Big Mom, would be a perfect scenario for it. But then I could see a fear of, because one of the worst things I've been seeing lately is people say, like, there was a live stream I was watching from King of Lightning and a couple other manga reviews, and they were talking about Sanji hitting a woman or whatever, and they were like, "Didn't Sanji attack Big Mom at the wedding?" And then they were like, "Well, she doesn't count." It's like, oh, she doesn't count. Why? Because she's fat and ugly. It's like, it's so fucked up. It's only pretty. Is it only women he finds sexually attractive? Because that puts a dark spin on this shit. Sanji's just a fucking womanizer.
Oh man, that's actually so funny.
But it's kind of true.
I mean, but she's a Yonko though, so I mean, he has a pass with that.
She has a vagina, Thurman. It counts.
True.
I don't know, man. It's just kind of funny.
True, that's funny actually. A running gag.
I would love a scenario where, like, a very attractive woman to Sanji, that, one of his classic "I won't hit you because either you're a woman or I want to fuck you," because that's fucking Sanji. But like, he has to change that about himself. I would love that, because, like, if there's literally, like, think the scene I'm envisioning is, do you remember when Kizaru was about to kill Zoro? Like, he had his foot, and then they, like, think that, but like, it's a woman. It's some woman doing that to one of the crewmates, and Sanji, like, it's only Sanji around to save them.
Oh man, that'd be kind of good.
Right. That's what I want in the future at some point. But I'm just saying, to me, it speaks a little bit of character development, because Sanji didn't immediately rush over there. I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, he had to weigh his, he had to weigh his options here. He sees, like, shit, what should I do if I fight here and be who I am? I'll take putting in as part of the mutant too. So I mean, at the same time, he couldn't really make any rash decisions, because he had not only himself to worry about, but everybody else who was helping him. So I would say,
no, it makes perfect sense, his decision. I'm just saying, I think it's good character development, because if you go back and rewatch One Piece, Sanji was kind of immature, like a little bit in the beginning. Like, he was the kind of person who'd be like make very rash decisions,
like
occasionally,
like a day back fight.
Yeah. He's the kind of person who'd be like, fucking step off, or he would just do stupid shit immediately. He would react like he pissed off at Zoro all the time, and they still do that, but like, it just seemed very mature to me. I thought it was a good character development thing. But let's just talk about the actual kick here. I love what he does, but this is a speed feat, such a good speed feat for Sanji here. It just really shows. Oh, fuck, it's such a good speed feat. Like, this reminds me of one of my favorite scenes from Hunter x Hunter, where, like, it shows how fast Meruem and Netero are in comparison, where, like, Meruem's super fast and shit, but, like, then, like, when he gets to Netero, he's able to, like, do that thing before he even moves, right? This reminds me of that, where, like, You have Pound charging him, and before he even literally, it's like time freezes. He's so fast. He's able to just whip over there and whip back before the hit even happens.
And actually, if you look at the scan, it says I have no idea who this guy is, but I don't know. It could be probably just me, but it looks like Oven kind of moves a bit. Like if you see the first scan,
teensy bit, yeah.
Right here, and then you see Oven you see them getting closer, and then as soon as you see them closer, boom, and then we see. I thought you set your adrift on the sea, and then we see Sanji the bottom panel. We see Sanji kick him, which is actually really great on Oda's part. Actually,
it's very. You can literally measure his speed there. That is a measurable speed feat. You can see some screw attack shit from there that Thurman would inevitably be triggered by.
So this actually helps me out here because we know that the monster trio each have something that's better than the other.
Sanji's observation.
So we can basically gouge that Sanji basically the faster of the three. Zoro than Luffy, even though Luffy's pretty fast.
Thurman, did you ever see Oda actually did a really, really, really good do you know about the SBSs, Thurman?
Yeah, the interviews he answers questions.
Yeah. Questions. One of my favorite ones. Someone asked him if they had a foot race, a foot race, who would win the entire crew, Which basically, what that tells us is running speed. Who's the fastest running speed? You know what I mean?
Travel speed, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure. So I'm going to actually get that up real quick, because he literally had, the places. Let me show it to you. Let me find it real quick.
Because I know some people might say Brook is the fastest of the crew, but I mean, in terms of travel speed, but I mean, I don't really think that's the case.
Well, guess Oda might fuck you on that one. We'll find it. Oh, guess what he did? Number one, Brook. Number 2, Sanji. Number 3, Luffy. Number 4, Chopper. Number 5, Zoro. Number 6, Usopp. Number 7, Nami. Number 8, Robin. Number 9, Frankie. And according to this is all in the SBS. Oda says Brook is fast since his body weight is light. Chopper would be ranked higher as long as he uses walk point. Zoro is ranked higher in the shorter distance race, but he would get lost eventually in a long distance race. And Frankie is low because he's heavy.
That makes sense.
This is Oda saying this. Brook is the fastest running speed, but Sanji's number 2.
Damn. Well, I mean, that's to be expected, but
you have to remember, Thurman. Do you not remember the scene where Brook literally runs on water? That takes.
Yeah. But I feel like Sanji could do that too.
Oh yeah, he can. It's called Blue Walk.
So.
No, wait, Thurman. Are you forgetting Blue Walk? I need to revoke your nerd card if you're forgetting it.
I'm pretty sure wasn't it called Skywalk? It was called Skywalk in the anime. Was that the best translation?
It's Blue Walk when it's done in the water. It always has.
Yeah, I must have read a bad translation then.
No, you must have forgot. I bet you every translation called it Blue Walk. Trash.
Somebody called it Skywalk before.
It's Skywalk when it's in the sky.
Oh, okay.
Remember, the first time it was called Blue Walk was when they were fighting the fucking Kraken on the way to Fishman Island.
Oh yeah, it's a long time ago.
And he did it. Oh, a long time ago, fucking. And he did it under the sea. That was called Blue Walk.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Literally, according to Oda, Brook only edges that out because of how light he is. His body weight gets him that. So
basically, Sanji could be the fastest down the road.
Oh yeah, and this was a recent one. This was from March of this year. It was the question was who would win a 50-meter race.
Oda's good with that type of stuff.
Yeah, so I love that. Brook, Sanji, Luffy, Chopper in walk point specifically, Zoro, Usopp, Nami, Robin. I love how Nami, Robin are heading out the back, voluptuous. Weighing them down on their chest there.
All right.
Oh,
all right.
Please, Mr. Pervert Thurman, are you kidding me?
Call me a pervert. Proof my hater.
Thurman, I don't know if you've ever spoken to a woman about how hard it is to run with breasts.
Oh yeah, I have friends who have big breasts.
Yeah, you got to get yourself a sports bra and squish them onto yourself.
Oh man!
Fucking make yourself aerodynamic. Naruto run with a sports bra.
Unless you're Ivy Valentine from Soul Calibur. But anyway, back to the chapter here. I want to point out how long Sanji's legs look in this when he's kicked Oven. Like I'm just admiring that leg
Sanji's
power.
legs are long as fuck, bro.
Like I'm not saying I am, but if I was gay and I was into legs, Sanji would be my top husbando. Because look at that. Look at the legs, man.
If I was gay and if I was into legs, that's quite a hypothetical to come up with. I'm pretty sure there's something there.
Nah, nothing there. Just admiring Sanji's legs.
It's 2017. It's okay to come out of the closet.
Nothing there. Just admiring Sanji. Oh, but it was just like drooling over there about the legs. Oh, fuck. Them legs.
All right, and then another thing.
Thurman, you can relate. It's black leg Sanji.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember when one of the early on in this arc, when Pudding didn't know much about Sanji, she was like, "I don't know much about him, but I hear his legs are black." And you remember King of Lightning?
Yeah.
King of Lightning was like, "Hey, his bottom half is black. That's the important part."
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yep.
That is just great.
Okay, so moving on from there. I just love now see, a lot of people are using this as a way to say, this Oven guy is weak. I don't think that is the case. I think that Oven was preparing for a punch from someone he knew was weak.
So he wasn't he wasn't really prepared for it. He kind of let his guard down.
Oh, absolutely. Like, because look, he gets up immediately and he's like, "I know that wasn't you. What the fuck?" You know?
Yeah, it's and the one thing I will have to say is one thing about Speed is that after we see him kick him, and the kick itself kind of I think it's kind of drawn weirdly here. I think the actual kick itself, was it like a sweep type of kick, or was it like straight to the side of the cheek?
It looks like no, it's like in the neck area, like between the neck and the shoulder.
Oh, because I thought he tried to kick him in the leg. I forgot these guys' necks are long. Because it looked like he was trying to kick him in the face.
How the fuck did you think he would look at where he? What are you talking about?
Because I'm looking at the scan right now, and it looks like he was trying to kick him like straight in the face.
No. It's the shoulder neck area, which is a nice weak point to kick him.
Because Oven twisted his head a bit.
No, that's from the kick, jackass. Look, like you get kicked, you're like, oh. Are you kidding me?
Oh, no, I've never really been kicked myself, so I don't really.
It's common sense. Look at the page. His head is straight, and then the kick causes him to kind of like it's like when you get kicked there, like it'd be breaking your neck, you know? Like.
Okay. So yeah, he reacted. Okay, he reacted to the kick. Okay, that kind of confused me a bit.
Only you would be confused by that.
I'm one of a kind.
But yeah, then he just fucking grabs Shifton and goes and let's talk about the best panel.
Oh, look at that! Look at that
horny, aroused woman.
Pudding,
nothing better.
Pudding wants to give him the poontang so bad.
Dude, nothing could make. It's literally the best. I can only dream. I'm not even fucking kidding you, by the way. After this chapter came out, I can send you proof of this. I took a screen cap of this picture. I sent it to Rebecca, my girlfriend, for anyone watching, and I said, "It is my dream to one day make you make a face like
this." Like the nosebleed, like the heart.
Nothing would make me happier than to give a woman this face.
All you gotta do is kick someone and send them flying.
Oh, fuck. That is like, I love that. Like, it's pure happiness, man. I ship them so hard because of this fucking panel. I don't even care. I know it's fucked. I know she has severe mental problems. I don't care.
We don't need her. We don't need Sanji to be with Nami. Nami is Luffy's guy.
No, fucking gross.
Nami.
Luffy has the mentality of a fucking child. That'd be like, so it's weird. It's like, my thing will always be Luffy. I do not see Luffy as having a sexual drive. I could see a romantic, non-sexual relationship, but there wouldn't be sex involved.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, then there you go. That's fine then.
Not live for days.
The only problem with that is that Nami strikes me as the kind of person who would like have a very high sex drive. Nami's the kind of fucking person that would like break into your door at like 3 a.m. like, God fuck?
Robin and Nami both.
I don't know about Robin. He's more reserved.
I feel like she's like what we call a lady in the streets but a freak in the bed type of deal.
I can see that. Either way, just any final comments on literally the best panel of this entire series? And I'm kidding. That's an exaggeration. This year.
This is great.
Oh.
All right, moving on. First, we skipped this, but can we just appreciate that cake on the first panel of the starting chapter? Just appreciate how fluffy that cake looks. just look at that. Just look at that. Look at the. You can tell Oda was hungry when he made this because he made extra detail to that cake. Look at that. Look at that. Hungry. I'm pretty sure Oda decided to eat some cake afterwards when he made this chapter.
Maybe he bought a cake and used it as reference.
Knowing Oda, he probably would.
Also, did you notice the seal? The fucking seal driving the thing?
It's dark, man.
It's dark? What are you talking about?
That seal is dark.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like metaphorically dark. You mean literally?
No.
Yeah, no, it's a fucking seal on a ball. I love it. But yeah, so moving on from that, and for one last time, for the love of God, I ship the fuck out of Pudding and Sanji. Like that's just for the one last time. That is a face of just because love is great because you feel comfortable. Like I really love is great because you feel comfortable you feel safe and comfortable with the person you're with, right? And I know that from what I understand, and this does not go for every woman because no comment goes for every event, anything. But from what I understand from psychology, women and men, but women's specifically is what I've read about, is they want to feel safe. They want to feel safe in a relationship. And the way I see this is, he looks at Sanji being able to kick this guy's ass, and that kind of gives her fucking love instincts are like,
The thing is, the thing that's got me is like I'm trying to figure out which more part was he in love with. Just the fact that Sanji just literally kicked Oven, or the fact that he's fast as fuck.
No. Here, again, my thing, that's why I analyze this. And before the feminazis get to me, this is not for every woman. I know this is not for every woman, but I know that it is a very common thing, and I've heard this a lot. Is that women, and this because this goes for me too as a guy, but like women and men want to feel safe with their partner. They want to feel protected and loved, and most people like that whole protective side, right? So to me, it's almost like I see it as putting, it goes back to the instinctual shit, right? Like, as we have animalistic natures as people, you know this, right, Thurman?
Yeah.
The animalistic natures go back to like what we see in a mate, what we pick in a mate. One of the things that females in animals, females will look for males to males for like the alpha male, like the whole he can protect me, he's strong, that's, now again, that does not go for humans as much as animals, because humans are able to kind of break those molds.
Yeah.
But an animalistic thing, if we're going to base pure instinct, which I think Pudding is just kind of going off of her hormonal instincts right now. She's getting that he's a strong man, he can protect. That's what it fucking looks like. Pudding is kind of like that stereotypical. Because Pudding has two personalities right now. She has her very independent woman, I don't need no man yandere form. She has her very stereotypical I'm in love and I want a man form. That's her two, she's wrestling between these two. If she would fucking chill her role, she'd become a normal person.
Yeah, because see, Pudding is the type of character that she's never really had any affection of Sanji's level.
Mm-hmm.
Like even her own mother told her to hide her third eye.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So it's like that's why I love the part where she started to break down crying during the wedding because we
that's good shit for Sanji. But that just shows how good of a person Sanji is. Like he's not gonna fucking take that as a gross thing. He's gonna take that as a beautiful thing. That's fucking great.
Because it's like that's like you being insulted for something for years since you're born. And then someone finally tell you that part of you is attractive or whatever. You have no idea to break down a crap because every time, this is the first time you've ever gotten like a compliment on something that you thought was a burden to you for such a long time. And that's such a strong part.
It snapped her mind, clearly. When you've pushed out everyone in your life and you have it kind of, because the reason she pushed out everyone was because, like, the way I see it is this. She, this whole time when she was, being an asshole to Sanji, the reason she justified that because she was, in her mind, she was like, he may be a nice guy, but I know he'll be an asshole once he sees my third eye. Once he sees my third eye, he'll be like all the rest of them and he'll think I'm ugly. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then, so every time she was an asshole to him, she was assuming that he was going to be like, he was going to find her ugly the second she showed that.
Yep.
What happened. Sanji's a fucking playa.
Sanji's the goat.
And now her fucking brain, which for so long has pushed people out, doesn't know what to do, and she's kind of reverting to very stereotypical, almost cringy level of stereotypical female. And trust me, that I'm on your side here, feminazis. I know that it's cringy, but I think that's for effect. She's flip-flopping back and forth between the two extremes for comedic effect. In this form, she is very much the very stereotypical, I'm a woman, I want a strong man to protect me. That's what she's doing.
It's just a great. She's in the process of her character development right now, which Oda is doing. Which Oda is kind of like is breaking apart with each chapter, and I like it, and I like that because we're trying to see her change more and more.
I'm hoping to see by the end of this arc, because I have talked to people who don't like the way Pudding has been, I think, a bit too drastic, and I see both aspects of it. I hope by the end of the arc we have Pudding kind of heal from this and kind of like meld her two personalities to become like one well-balanced normal person.
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see how that works. And the sad part too is, as much as we ship Pudding, she's not joining the crew. She's not.
Yeah, I know. She's not joining the crew.
It's gonna be another Hancock situation. Luffy has a psychopathic yandere bitch that loves him. Now Sanji does.
Yeah, cause I mean, this chapter, to be honest with you, this chapter is more so like not really a spotlight for Jinbei, but it's more so. It's more so. Well, no. I'm talking about the arc. Like, yes, this is Sanji's arc, but at the same time, in terms of like a new crewmate.
Can I tell you all of the people that this arc has spotlighted? Jinbei, Sanji, and Brook. Those are the. You can't do not deny the Brook. The Brook.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Brook held his own against Big Mom.
God, Brook was the MVP. It's not even just Big Mom. He also broke the fucking photo. You remember that?
Yeah.
Like, remember, no one else was getting. They were to the point where, like, Luffy tried charging at the photo. Katakuri stopped him. A bunch of other people tried shit. Like if I remember correctly, even Capone's men tried to. And everyone was trying to get that photo. They couldn't. Brook fucking snuck over there. Bam. Yo ho ho, bitch. Oh my.
Put that on a t-shirt. That's a t-shirt worthy. Yo ho ho, bitch.
And one last thing. My personal funniest joke of this arc. The best joke of this arc was because I don't know if you remember, when Brook did that, he was in the Luffy mask. They were all Luffy masks. They were pretending to be Luffy clones from the mirror. Mm-hmm. Remember? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, he did that shit, and then he ripped off the fucking mask, and it looked like he was tearing off his skin. I can't. Funniest fucking thing. You remember that? It looked like he was tearing off his skin. So the people watching were like, what the fuck? He's tearing off his skin. There's bone underneath.
Oh, man. That's just too great.
I need more Brook. Give me the Brook, boy. But yeah, have you heard the theories that the next in Wano we're gonna get because this was Sanji's arc. I want Wano to be Zoro's arc, boy. Give me some more Zoro.
It is Zoro's arc. Has to be.
Oh my cock.
But back to what I was saying. I know Pudding isn't going to join the crew, but I was saying I felt like
she can text occasionally.
Like Jim is like this arc was more so just like I said in previous discussions. This arc is mostly about Sanji, but at the same time, it was like more so like showing off what Jinbei is going to be able to do once this arc ends. Because once he officially joins the crew,
honestly, Jinbei really hasn't showed up too much compared to.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like in the sense of because we saw if it wasn't for Jinbei, they wouldn't have gotten out of the wave. So I'm saying like it kind of Oda is kind of telling us what uses Jinbei is going to have when he's officially a part of the crew.
I think, yeah, I feel you. I think I'm hoping Carrot joins too. I think Carrot could really be a fucking great asset to this.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of a stretch. I wouldn't mind Carrot joining the crew, but I feel like it'd be a stretch.
Thurman, think about this. Literally, why? There's no other way it could happen. Carrot is with them right now, and they're not gonna fucking go back to Zoe to drop her off. They don't have time for that shit. They're already, and Zoe's a moving island. They're not gonna. I don't see them going back to Zoe to drop her off because Carrot's dream is to see the world. Do you think she'd be okay with that? Just we're gonna drop you off at Zoe. They're not gonna leave her at Whole Cake. Like, what do you think they're gonna fucking do with Carrot?
I mean, it could be like a Vivi sense. Like she travels with them for a little while, but then she goes back.
No, but how would she go back? They're in a rush to get to Wano. How are they going to drop her off?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, because Vivi was a part of the crew.
Oh, you think she's going to come to Wano? But then the problem arises. They're only getting farther and farther away from her home island. Every island they go to with Vivi, they were getting closer to Alabasta, and then they kept her at Alabasta. She has left the place. She needs to be protected at this point. She is a small child that needs to be protected. She doesn't know shit jack diddly about the world. She didn't even know
protect.
She very much protect. She didn't even know. Remember? Do you remember? She thought that she thought the whole entire ocean could be traversed in half a day. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You have to realize that it's a point where they one, she has her dream. She just wants to see the world. She's sick of being sheltered. There's her dream. 2, she's a great spotter. We've seen already that she can she can be the person. I don't remember what it's called, but she could be the person. Like the land ho. She does that all the time.
Land ho.
Number three. Combat wise, she would fit in perfectly with them. We've already seen that.
Definitely.
We've already seen that minks from birth are amazing. You had the fucking the fucking toddlers fighting Jack's crew. Or not Jack's crew, Jack's, you remember that shit? The toddlers.
Yeah, Jack division, yeah. That was hype.
You remember how the toddlers were fighting them? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like they're born naturally strong, okay? So there's already that. And plus, let's be honest, the crew's a sausage fest. We need more. We need a woman. And let's be honest again. Do you want to know how many decisions in One Piece are made for profitable for marketing? I don't know if you know this. Chopper wasn't originally going to be part of the crew. He was so popular that Oda made him part of the crew.
Oh, really?
Yep, you can look this up.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna look it up right now. That's actually. I mean, see, I don't have an issue with Carrot joining the crew at all. I actually like Carrot. I think he's a great character. But I'm just saying, like getting 2 crew members in one arc. I'm just saying it sounds too good to be true. It sounds too good to be true. Is all I'm saying.
I'm not sure where you'd be able to find that, but I saw it originally in an interview. Because I used to mass read Oda interviews.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I'll look around for it after this discussion. But the point I want to make is with the 2 members joining the crew, I don't see an issue with it because you have to remember the last crew member we got was over 10 years ago.
Oh yeah.
To me, I don't see an issue with Oda kind of giving us a twofer because I don't know.
Okay. So my question to you is, do you think that's going to be the limit?
Oh, because I kind of do.
Because remember what Luffy said at I don't know if this is canon in the anime or the manga or not, but Luffy said that when he first started his adventure, he wants about 10 members of his crew. Mm-hmm. Currently, if we count, not including Jinbei, we have Luffy, Zoro.
I don't think he'd count himself.
Sanji. Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and that would equal exactly that number. And here's why I do think that I think it will be these 2, and then it'll be done for the series. And here's why: because we're entering the final stretch of the series. Because from here, it's literally there's nowhere else to go. Kaido, the shit with Kaido is going to kick off the ending events of the series.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be a long time, but I guarantee you it's going to kick off the end of the... Because remember, Kaido, you defeat Kaido, that creates an unbalance in the world. And that creates opportunities for Blackbeard to do shit. That creates opportunities for wars to start. Remember Kaido? I don't know if you remember Kaido's fucking goal. He wants to start another war. He's bored. No, remember?
Yeah, I remember. It's just funny.
No, seriously, listen. Kaido wants to start a war bigger than the Whitebeard War. This war could be the war that leads into the final war.
Oh yeah.
We could all do. So I honestly feel like Kaido is going to lead into the final stretch of the series. You're going to be going from Kaido to maybe Elbath to Kaido to Elbath to fucking Blackbeard to Shanks to the final Marine shit to the final Poneglyph shit. Like I honestly feel like we are reaching the final like stretch of this series. It feels like it, and I feel like because of that, it would be the best time to have 2 more members join now and then fucking get in that final stretch.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, yeah, the war could be at Elbath itself.
That'd be interesting. Who knows? But either way, I mean, like that's why I really hope. I love Carrot. I've fallen in love with Carrot ever since the fucking Bropper chapter where you could. I don't know if you know, Carrot and Chopper are having like a bond. Have you noticed that?
Yep, I ship it.
I don't ship it, but they have a. First of all, there's a massive age and species difference. You have to remember. Really? Yes, Chopper's like 5. Thurman, I know sometimes it's easy to forget this, Thurman, but I want you to think about something real quick for a second. Carrot is a mink, a specific race that is a half human, half animal. Chopper is an actual reindeer transformed into human-like properties through...
I know that because he had the human fruit.
He's a fucking reindeer. So that would be like that'd still be like a person fucking a reindeer. Yes, it is.
Want to rephrase that, Thurman?
Thank you, David. Like when people, do you remember the fucking reindeer girl that Chopper kind of had a hard on for? The King of Lightning. Go back to King of Lightning's live reaction to that, and he was like, "No, Oda, he is a 5-year-old reindeer, and that is a mink woman."
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oda.
The only thing Chopper is going to be fucking is other reindeer, and then it'd still be weird because he'd be like a weird humanoid reindeer fucking an actual reindeer. There are a lot of implications that this devil fruit really fucks up his life in general.
You fucked it up, Oda.
Oda didn't fuck it up, but he could. If it was authentic, we could go into some like how Chopper's love life is.
Oda fucked Chopper's love life completely up.
I really hope that somebody asked, well, what about Chopper's love life?
That dude,
do a Q&A for Oda.
I know foreign people have sent in SBS questions. I should like spam that shit. Like, Oda Sensei, please. How do you think about the implications of Chopper's love life? What have you done to him? Anything he fucks will be weird. If he fucks a reindeer, it's weird. If he fucks a mink, it's weird. If he fucks a person, it's weird. Everything's weird. You fucked it. Good job. Anyway.
Pour one out for Chopper.
Oh, so going back to the chapter here, because we went off tangent, which is good, because we still talked about One Piece.
It was a good tangent.
So I have to compliment Veggie here. I was waiting for...
I'm gonna make you say his name again and again until you say it right. Fucking pleb.
Veggie.
Nope.
Beggy.
Nope.
BG.
1 syllable.
Okay.
1 syllable. Do you not know what a syllable is? I am so sorry, everyone. His name is Beige.
It's Thurman. What do you expect?
His name is Beige.
It's really Beige?
Yes. Go watch the. Haven't you seen the anime? They say.
Yeah, I've seen the anime, but I've heard Beggy.
No, you haven't.
Yes, I have.
Blast Thurman in the comments.
Yes, just blast me, just roast my life. Roast my One Piece life.
Also, it doesn't help that his name is based off of like actual fucking gangster names, like movies and shit.
Oh, Beggy.
No. Beige. Like the fucking color.
Beige. Oh, beige. Okay.
Anyway, yes, God tier.
So
here's what I love about Beige, right? When Beige was introduced, he's an asshole, and you're like, he's just an asshole. But like, I love how he genuinely cares and loves his wife.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fucking good. I love how he's like, don't worry, we won't do anything. Boom, he shoots the fucker in the face. It's like, yes.
And one of the best, and when he shot Oven from a thing, and then he like tells his son,
yeah,
that's how your dad lives. That's just so dope. Like, that is a good father right there. Oh. That is a great father.
I love it.
Like, honestly,
Beige has grown on me so much in this arc. He's been such a good character. I think that's such great character writing.
For literally the first time I read this chapter, I thought that
in 2 minutes.
No, not in 10 minutes, but
2 minutes.
I thought that his baby was actually smoking a cigarette that had a double take.
Oh my god! Of course, you fucking.
I forgot. I remember it was a bottle.
It's a bottle that looks like a cigarette.
Yeah, I was like, I thought that was a cigarette for a second. I was like, oh no, that's a bottle.
I like how his baby already has a 5 o'clock shadow. That's hilarious.
Take a good look, Pez. That's the way your daddy lives. That's just so badass. I love that.
Right, baby.
Make that as a wallpaper. That's a wallpaper worthy right there.
Now, here's what we need to discuss. And I swear to God, Thurman, if this went over your head, I'm going to fly to Las Vegas and dick you. I'm going to dick you hard. Every possible method of dick.
Let me get the lotion ready.
Okay.
Rephrase that, please. That puts scary images in my head.
Thurman.
Yeah.
So, and any talking about Carrot that you'd like to do? See if you picked up on this?
She said tonight will be a full moon.
Okay. And it's very obvious. Look how big and detailed that panel is. That's Oda. Oda only does that when it's important.
Oh, yeah.
So there's the obvious that maybe she has some fucking were-bunny transformation.
Were-bunny.
What the fuck else?
I mean, maybe her power gets stronger at night.
Here's my theories. Okay. The biggest theory I have is that the mink tribe as a whole undergoes some sort of personality shift.
Their own awakening.
I see it as a personality shift. I don't know if it specifically has to be. I would actually rather it just be a personality shift. So here's what I'm thinking. Are you ready for my theory, Thurman?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you listening or are you fucking fapping?
I'm listening. Whatever. Go, Sanji.
Just fapping to Sanji's legs.
Go, Sanji. Go, Blacklight Sanji.
Anyway, are you listening?
Yeah.
Okay. So, fucking, I think that, you know how minks are animal people? That's kind of their thing. I think that under a full moon, their animalistic nature comes out significantly stronger. I think that it's going to be a thing where, like, it's going to be one of those things where they can't control their animalistic nature under a full moon. They kind of just revert back to, like their mindset becomes that of the animal that they are, And before you wonder, what the fuck, don't forget, rabbits can be vicious. I don't know if you know this. If you ever corner a rabbit, they fuck you up.
Sounds like you come from experience.
I've had people with pet rabbits, but I want you to remember the specific panel where Luffy takes her carrot. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Do you remember how she fucking immediately goes for his fucking
savage? Yeah. Oh my god, dude!
Think first of all, that's fucking foreshadowing from Oda's part. That is some foreshadowing for this right here. I guarantee it. Think that carrot right there. That's going to be carrot under a full moon. That's going to be carrot like constantly under a full moon.
That'd be interesting to see.
And guess what? This is another reason why I want this beautiful bunny lady to fucking join. Oh, so amazing.
Down boy.
Oda's turning me into a furry, man.
Trust me, if you're a fan of Star Fox, TMNT, or Looney Tunes, you're already a furry.
Give it 3 or 4 years and we'll find Red in a full-blown fursuit.
No. No, trust me, furry shit cringes me a bit. My thing. Have you ever seen the fucking chart of like how furry you can go?
Yeah, I've seen those.
My rule with furries is it has to be at least 90% human. Okay.
Anthropomorphic.
Yeah, so there is a line where it's cute, and then there's a line where it gets creepy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like with Carrot's about the max of what I can still find kind of attractive. So like the only difference is she's got her nose, she's got her ears, and she's got her bunny tail. That's it. That's still fine. It's when they start having like it's when they start really kind of becoming the animal. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like let me. I'm looking up furry chart. And this is part of the fucking video.
Furry chart. Are you gonna edit that into the video? Just post the furry charts.
Couldn't you?
David's gonna post in the furry chart.
I've seen it before. Where is it?
Watch David just be like, "Oh, we're gonna lose all our subscribers just because we have furries in here."
I don't know. I can't fucking find the one I'm thinking of, but you see what I'm saying, right? Like,
I'm not posting the fur chart.
Shush. Carrot is still mostly furry, or still mostly human. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you find Carrot cute, right? Right, Thurman?
Yeah.
Like I don't mean like sexually attractive, but more like
sexually attractive, like puppy dog cute.
Yes, exactly. That is what Carrot is, and she still has that because she's not like creepy.
Oh, but I'd say a better way to say it is be adorable. Yes.
Sure, you get the idea.
Yeah. So.
But moving on, but yeah, no. So that's what I think. Do you agree with my theory there, Thurman?
Yeah. I feel like something. The only thing I have a thing with is I know Oda doesn't put anything that won't be relevant early on. So it's like even like and you can see here like she just mentions it and then it just skips right to the conversation. So I feel like Oda does a great job of like foreshadowing stuff. So I agree with you. Like I agree with you. I feel like she might gain a power boost maybe or something else along those lines. But
power boost would be boring. No, it shouldn't just be a power boost. Like, sir,
well, yeah.
I don't know why you got to think so generically. Like I literally think like, why can't it just be? I think the animalistic nature thing makes it because you realize like full moons make wolves like go more animalistic and shit. You know?
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like emotions, in my opinion, at least, increase your fighting potential.
Yes, but I didn't mean. But yeah, I agree with you. But I thought you were saying literally a power boost. Like his power level is good about 9,000.
No, not Dragon Ball Super style, but I'm saying like power boost in a sense of like.
Well, here, can I give you an example? I know you don't like Bleach, but there's one of my favorite examples of this thing is that, and David, I want you to be here to back me up on this one. Do you remember when Toshiro became a zombie? David.
Yes, I remember that.
Did you remember how Toshiro had always lost like every fucking fight he had been in up until then? But it wasn't because he was weak. It was because he wasn't vicious enough. He wasn't ruthless enough.
Exactly.
Basically, Thurman, to give you and any of our audience who hasn't read Bleach an idea, it's a character who had the power but fought with pride and honor. Once he was a mindless killing machine, he fought with pure ruthlessness and bloodthirst, and he became immensely more threatening. You understand?
Yeah.
Ding ding ding.
So when you fight without your normal, normally when you fight, you're thinking too much. When you fight with instinct and you have no worry about, it's why Killua fucking won our death battle. Like he doesn't give a shit about his rules.
Stay tuned for that in the future.
Yeah, he doesn't care about rules. There's no honor in his fighting. Basically, it's every villain speech ever. When rules, but it's true. Your rules held you back. Your rules are your weakness. Your morality is your weakness. You know?
Yeah, I see. Yeah. So basically, if we're going off by instinct, I would like that. I would like that because I mean, it would kind of expand upon.
What?
It kind of expand upon how useful Carrot would be during the chapter. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it would also expand upon the lore of the lakes. Because I could see Oda, and this is, I believe Tekking is the one who said this. But I could see like a thing where like they like the beginning of the next chapter goes to like Zoe, and it's like this like narrator where it's like once a month on Zoe, every door on Zoe is locked. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I see it as like an unavoidable thing that the minks have to go through. You know, it's like a period. You know.
I see.
Oh fuck! Yeah. I'm on my mink period. I'm gonna be really irritable, bloodthirsty.
That makes a lot of sense because you see what's their names, like the two, like Cat Viper and the dog have like
Nekamamushi and
yeah. So that makes sense. But skipping to the best panel that I've seen in One Piece.
Overhyping it.
You know I overhype generic stuff. Apparently,
It's good, but it's not the best.
So before I get to it, I have to say I kind of like how Oda kind of had like it's not really anything big, but I kind of like how Oda has Luffy and Brûlé.
I agree. Have
a conversation. I thought that was really good.
You know what, Thurman? I totally agree with you. It's kind of like it's cool because Luffy's just kind of sitting there like resting and like I like it a lot. Like, I don't know why, but it just kind of it undoes that dynamic that's normally there where it's like, you know, like it kind of humanizes the villain more and it humanizes Luffy more too.
Yeah, and it's just like that surprised me. Like I really like these panels beforehand because Luffy isn't really like giving out, but he's like talking. He's like talking and giving like a speech that usually he would probably say for like his friends or whatever. But he's like talking to a natural enemy, and we see Brûlé is just like why don't you just run away? Just head straight for Coco Island and all that other stuff. And then Luffy's dumb, but and Luffy's just like, yeah, when my hockey gets used up, I can't use it and all that stuff. And it's just like a normal conversation. I really liked how Oda did that.
I agree. It feels natural, and you know, compare that to any conversation that Asta's ever had,
which is still pretty natural.
Nope.
That glorious little dig there.
Because you don't.
Oh, was that a better one, David? Was that a good one?
That was immensely better.
Yeah, just like how Asta and Deku are so similar.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself with a giant fucking dildo.
If I ever have I said channel, I meant to say child. If I ever have a child, and that'd be like if you compared my child to Hitler. I would literally shun you from my household.
That's brutal.
Deku is my fucking... Deku must be Protect. I love Deku.
Because Deku, Asta, and Tojo from Kimetsu no Yaiba are my children. So
let's just say Asta would be on the short bus, okay?
He would be on the short bus.
Anyway, enough of talking about Goat Clover aside.
By the way, disclaimer: that is not a diss on any of the special community. That is a diss on Asta.
No.
Every line of his dialogue is "Yeah!"
See, remember disclaimer.
I'm not being rude. I just want Asta to get the mental help he needs. He needs help. He needs to be put in an asylum. He needs to be protected from himself and his family. He's gonna hurt someone.
He definitely needs to be locked far away from that poor nun.
And disclaimer,
right?
Disclaimer, all the great Black Clover fans. These two are only judging based off the anime, so they don't know how great Asta becomes early on.
You literally just told us like a bit ago, like in the manga, you were like, I do wish he'd get over the nun though.
Well, yeah, then obviously because he has girls that are in love with him and there's a great relationship. We'll talk about that after the One Piece discussion. We're gonna get even deep into that.
He can't have girls. No woman should be in love. How low are the standards?
Okay, no, hold on. We'll talk about that after this chapter. So let me just.
We'll save that for the My Hero Academia versus Black Clover debate.
I'm gonna read what Luffy says here. It's just great.
No,
I wonder if I can get myself to see it too.
You and him, don't tell.
1 billion is a great line. this disclaimer for our me and Brad got into a heated debate about what makes a good line.
Oh yeah,
which was great, by the way. I loved it. and this line right line right here is perfect.
You want to read it again, Thurman?
Want to read it again, Thurman?
Like, this line was just amazing. It was just great of how well
you guys have been on this chapter for almost an hour. Just saying.
It's good though. It's a good video.
It's a good one.
Like, I want to surpass him. I want to defeat him when he's at full power. All 1 billion berries of him.
Okay.
Luffy, it's like
Thurman's coming.
I'm going because specifically made it known you're wanted poster than you are.
No, he specifically said that's not true.
Like,
he's been mentioned multiple times. Bounty does not equal power.
Like,
no, Thurman. That's actually one of the stupider things you said. That's not me, just me. Every reviewer you ever asked, bounty is not indicative of power. It can be, but it isn't always. Bounty is like a bounty in real life. It's also how much threat you are to the government, and that isn't just power. It's also information, right? But Dragon himself, let's look at Dragon for example. I do believe that Dragon is a good fighter, but if Dragon was weak and he was in this exact same position he was, he'd still have a higher bounty than Katakuri, not because of his power, but because of the threat he poses to the government and the information he has.
Well,
yes, it is indicative of his power, and I'm not saying it's not, but it does not work like a power level in Dragon Ball Z. It's more complicated than that.
Yeah, but I'm saying the point of the line is that Luffy is basically.
What happened? He dropped.
1 second.
Why did you do that, David?
I didn't mean to. I was clicking on server mute for a second.
I
moved into the AFK.
It was just great. It's just that line just makes me come. Oh my god! Like, Luffy.
I was trying to save our viewers from hearing that bit.
My turn, Thurman. Because we need to get into our discussion. The last discussion I want to have in this video is our thoughts on what makes the line generic or not. Because I like the line too. I like it, but there is a couple differences that make a line like this good, and a generic line and a different thing bad. The line, and I will give you this, and I will give you this, and I will concede, and I will take this L to you, that lines are important not because of the line themselves, but because of the context around the line. Okay? So when you send me one screen cap of your fucking sumo wrestling manga, I need to read the entirety of the series to get that full impact of that line. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I will admit that it is wrong of me to judge the line without reading the series. I will admit that. Because the reason this line is good is not because of the line itself, not because of what he's saying, but more of what he's doing. Because you have to remember, what I love about this is he's choosing not to run, not because it's the generic thing to do, but because he wants to become Pirate King. And he cannot become Pirate King without being the strongest. Now, that's the one big thing. The other big thing that I love is that he says, and Rayleigh told him, Haki is awakened in times of stress, and you will awaken your Haki more the stronger you'll be. Now, honestly, the part that gets me more hyped is not that I want to defeat him at his full power. It's more of the I want to surpass him bit. I wonder if I can see the future myself. The fact that Luffy is not choosing to just run away, but actually choosing to work on his observation Haki to attempt to get it up to the level of Katakuri, that is hype.
Yeah, everything. Oh, yeah, I'm so happy we're on the same page with this.
That's hype.
It's just so great. And the one thing is too that we've seen this with Luffy before. Like Luffy, I saw the anime version, but at the end of Dressrosa arc when he fights Fujitora, and he's like, and he's supposed to fight. He's like, I can't run away. How can I run? How can I keep running if I want to become the Pirate King?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was another great line because it fits what's happening here. And I totally agree with you that lines are lines to context. And in this context, the line is perfect because it's like Luffy knows, like you and I both know that Luffy is honestly can't beat Katakuri. Like it's been proven. Like this entire fight, he's literally had multiple chances of dying, but he got out because of his battle sense. But
I think my thing is the reason it hypes me up is because it's Luffy was when I legitimately actually did expect him to run. I really did. And the fact that he's not is pretty cool because to me it's like he knows that like it's one of those things where he realizes like I could run now, but if I don't improve my hockey, I'm just going to keep running into this situation again and again.
I definitely agree. And one of the things that because I thought that because I was kind of confused about how Oda was going to have it. Like, is it going to just keep jumping back and forth between Big Mom and Dogtooth? But I like how Oda's doing this. Like Luffy's just sitting here waiting for his hockey to come back. That he's going to go back and try to fight him to improve himself. And actually, this right here is basically. I feel like we might see his awakening next arc. I mean, next chapter.
Well, that's another thing I'm interested about. I like that it's not immediately the awakening that Oda's going for. It's actually just him improving his basic hockey, which is once again good writing. He's not relying on a new form, Dragon Ball Super. He's not relying on a new form every fucking second. Actually, what we already know about and what we've known about, the time skip. This is the beginning of the time skip, and even before that, if you want to consider the foreshadowing of the hockey. He's taking hockey, the very basic concept of hockey, and saying, I want to improve that. I'm going back to the basics and improving that. Look at Shanks. Shanks is a man who is as strong as he is simply because of how good his hockey is. He doesn't need fucking power. He is literally.
He doesn't need 60 different forms and 500 different, if you count all the freaking forms of canon.
That's Shanks. And Shanks is a Yonko off of pure hockey. Which shows if you work on your hockey enough, you can get there. And I like that Luffy. I think that we'll see the awakening. I've actually changed my prediction now after reading this chapter. I don't think we're going to get awakening in the soon. We might get awakening in a future arc. I think in this arc, he's going to actually focus on developing his observation hockey. Because honestly, go ahead.
So we know that you can. Because thanks to Katakuri, we know that you can enhance Iron hockey, you can bring observation hockey to a new level. So basically, there's levels of hockey that even us as the reader don't even know about yet because we were seeing it for the first time. So basically, this is more of so like how to improve said hockey. So I feel like hockey is kind of like I could be totally wrong here, but I feel like hockey and the awakening somewhat coincide in a sense because I know awakening is more so to do with the devil fruit itself. But if you think about hockey, kind of like enhances devil fruit abilities because of like ornament and how they're useful. So I feel like hockey and awakening go hand in hand. Like I feel like if you master hockey, you can possibly get your awakening. In a sense, because we saw that Daffy got his awakening through I think it was through something mental or something like that. I forgot specifically how he got it.
Who
but
specifically?
Daffy. I forgot specifically how he got it. I think it was like a mental state or something like that.
I think it was well, it's always immense stress. I think you're thinking of the scene where the citizens hung them on the buildings.
Yeah.
Because they were celestial dragons. They hung them on the buildings and they were literally just fucking tormenting them, and I think they were going to kill them.
Yeah.
And then he kind of conquers hockey, knocked out a bunch of people.
Yeah. So
it's always through immense stress, and I think Luffy knows that. He does know that, and And he's gonna basically. I like it because it's not. I think the big thing is it's not just being said. It's not an author saying I'm gonna write this because it's stereotype and it's what manga do. It's for a reason. It's Luffy knowing that in order for him to improve, he has to do this. And oh gosh, and it makes sense. And once again, it's that mixed with the fact that it's not an awakening that he's getting. It's him working on his hockey. I think that's great, and that is honestly what hyped me the most. I love the idea of Luffy getting armament hockey so good that he can predict the future like Katakuri. That's fucking awesome. And honestly, one last thing. When I first saw that, my literal thought was that makes sense because honestly, I can't see Luffy being the Pirate King without a Katakuri level of observation hockey. Because like I can just envision right when he said that line, I could envision Luffy as the Pirate King, like doing Katakuri level shit, like fucking just like observation hockey that good. Because that makes sense. That's what I would expect. And you have to remember, this series is watching Luffy getting up to that level. And so what's cool about that is that we are seeing Luffy. Every chapter gets us closer to what Luffy's final power will be, what Luffy's power as the Pirate King will be. So this is us kind of seeing Luffy getting to that, like upping himself yet again. And because by the end, it's not going to be some bullshit like every other manga where it's just here's a time skip and now he's crazy powerful. We're seeing every step of the way because that's one.
Oh yes, I can't express enough how happy that makes me. How everything is just like how we're going to be able to see Luffy surpass his limits.
Same though, but yeah, I think we should end this video off. So, final thoughts, Thurman?
I just basically already gave my predictions. Not really. It was a great chapter. I loved it. I'm happy that Luffy is that line. It's just amazing. I love it, and that's about it.
All right. I mean, I'm just excited to see if Luffy truly is going to surpass Katakuri. I'm excited to see how he does it. And luckily, the good thing about Oda is he hardly ever does bullshit victories. It'll be a well-earned victory, and I'm excited to see how that'll go down.
I love Oda. I swear in my life, when I go to Japan, he's getting a well-deserved BJ.
You're probably going to get arrested for that.
I'm not even going to respond to that. You will live with that L forever.
All right, see you guys later.
All right, later.
Bye. That's a good
Cue the outro.